In a significant event under Dawn Media's Breathe Pakistan initiative, a global climate conference was held in Islamabad on February 6, 2025. Experts and leaders from around the world gathered to address the growing climate crisis, calling for urgent funding to support adaptation efforts. The conference highlighted the pressing threats posed by changing environmental conditions, including air pollution and glacial melting. Day 1 of the conference, held at Islamabad's Jinnah Convention Center, saw a series of discussions, keynote addresses, and speeches focusing on the urgent need for stronger climate policies, technological innovations, and collaborative efforts. Experts emphasized the importance of urban planning, renewable energy, and public awareness to tackle climate challenges effectively. The event aims to make Pakistan climate resilient by 2047 and foster regional cooperation across South Asia. The region, grappling with the rising temperatures, water scarcity, and increasing natural disasters, requires collective action to mitigate the effects of climate change. The two-day conference underscores the shared responsibility of nations to protect the environment and build sustainable futures for all. Pakistan's Foreign Office condemned US President Donald Trump's proposal to resettle Palestinians and take over Gaza, calling it deeply unjust. The plan, unveiled by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, suggested displacing Palestinians permanently and turning Gaza into a Riviera for the Middle East. Pakistan reiterated its commitment to a two-state solution and condemned Israel's actions in Gaza, demanding the return of displaced Palestinians. In a legal development, an anti-corruption court on Thursday acquitted Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and his son Hamza Shehbaz in the Ramzan sugar mill case after the defense and prosecution concluded their arguments. In 2018, the National Accountability Bureau had filed a reference against PM Shehbaz, who was the chief minister at the time, and his son Hamza, alleging that they had caused a loss of 230 million rupees to the national exchequer by committing the offense of misuse of authority. Today, the court, which had previously reserved its verdict, accepted Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Hamza Shehbaz's acquittal pleas. US President Donald Trump has unveiled a controversial plan for Gaza, proposing that Israel hand over control of the enclave to the United States once the fighting ends. Trump emphasized that Palestinians would be relocated to safer, modern communities elsewhere, making the presence of US troops unnecessary. The proposal has faced strong opposition from the international community. Iran condemned it as shocking and a continuation of Israel's efforts to annihilate Palestinians. Other countries, including Spain, Malaysia, and the European Union, rejected the forced displacement, with the EU asserting that Gaza is an integral part of a future Palestinian state. Ireland and Turkey also voiced firm opposition to the plan. In a related development, Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz instructed the military to prepare for the voluntary departure of Gaza residents. The plan includes facilitating their exit via land, air, and sea, with countries like Spain and Ireland suggested to take in displaced people. While Katz frames the plan as voluntary, the idea of mass displacement has sparked controversy, particularly given Gaza's already dire humanitarian situation. In a dramatic escalation of tensions in Bangladesh, protesters set fire to the historic Dhanmondi 32 residence of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the country's founding leader, on February 5, 2025. The house, a national symbol of Bangladesh's independence, was targeted during a rally organized by the Students Against Discrimination group. Protesters, some armed with tools, gathered in defiance of a planned online speech by Sheikh Hasina, the ousted former Prime Minister and daughter of Mujibur Rahman. Hasina, in her speech, condemned the interim government and called on her supporters to resist its rule. Despite the destruction of the historic house, Hasina vowed that history would not be erased and called on Bangladeshis to stand against the interim government's unconstitutional power grab.